External success and internal well-being should be treated as mutually reinforcing, not as rivals, because long working hours alone do not mean better work, while prioritization, realistic goals, breaks, sleeps, and mental health care reduces burnout and improves productivity. Our video suggests the same thing in a more reflective way. When life feels turbulent, people need anchors such as writing, connection with friends, mindful walking, nature, so they do not lose themselves in routine and noise. A practical version for student or work life is to protect a few non-negotiables, such as sleep, meal times, and short reset moments, and then measure success by sustainable clarity and steadiness rather than non-stop output. In a more busy or rushed situation, such as on a crowded street, keep your normal speed and place attention on the soles of your feet and rhythm of breathing. Between classes or meetings, try a 1 to 3 minute version by counting 10 steps and restarting. In a more open or relaxed atmosphere, such as a park, widen attention to things around you, such as the sun on your skin, the wind blowing, trees, lights, and sounds. Using the 5-4-3-2-1 technique, identify 5 things you see, 4 you can touch, 3 you can hear, 2 you can smell, and 1 you can taste. Feel the things around you to ground your thoughts. In situations you feel overwhelmed, a helpful variation is to just label the movement as lifting, moving, placing, because that gives the mind a concrete task and makes it easier to stop spiraling. When your mind wanders, and it will, gently acknowledge the thought and return your focus to your feet or breath, without self-criticism. For the concept of mindful walking, the key is to observe what is around you. Instead of just walking to your destination and going on autopilot, like demonstrated on our video, mindful walking is easy to practice. It differs from the ordinary street walking because the goal is not mainly to arrive somewhere, burn calories, or let the mind wander, but to stay with present moment sensations, surroundings, and thoughts without judging them. Mindful walking deliberately uses steps, breath, and sensory experiences as anchors back to the present. Choose an anchor, such as the pace and rhythm of your breath, the raising of your feet and swinging of your hands. Try to move slower and make your pace and movement consistent. Like this, you can free yourself from the noise of the world around you and focus on present thoughts and notice distractions. We would choose mindful walking as it is easy to insert into daily life and more approachable and easily doable and accessible for beginners who are quite restless and do not have much experiences in being mindful about their movements and thoughts.
So contemplative practices ground people both through the physical act and through a deeper mechanism such as attentional training, meaning-making, or altered self-awareness, while contemplative practices help you develop the muscle to choose where your focus goes. In chaos, you're always distracted by threats, so contemplative practices allow you to divert your attention and stabilize your mental state. Practices such as focusing on movement and walking, thoughts while writing, or breathing anchors your attention. You become focused on your thoughts and observant of present sensations without judgment. You view your thoughts and the environment as a passing show rather than an absolute reality, and you observe the chaos rather than become a victim of it. You see chaos not as attacks on your mental state, but only as passing events. And that becomes a contemplative practice based on intent and awareness. It can extend upon meditation, prayer, or walking. It can be many activities as long as they meet the following criteria. So firstly, when you are fully aware and present. Secondly, when you're focusing on the process rather than the result. And thirdly, grounding your thoughts when it wanders. Well, if you meet all these criteria, that is considered as a contemplative practice. Well, to make the methods clearer, we've mentioned mindful walking just now. So now let's go into mindful journaling. So it means pausing first, noticing what is present in thoughts, feelings, or body sensations, and then writing with non-judgmental awareness. Well, what is the difference between this and regular journaling? Well, regular journaling is just recording events or opinions without the deliberate quality of attention. For mindful walking and meditation, being mindful is just to be fully aware and present, focusing on the process rather than the result, and grounding your thoughts when it wanders. While research backing up effectiveness of mindful walking, journaling, and meditation are below. For journaling, UCLA research using fMRI scans demonstrate that labeling emotions through writing reduces amygdala reactivity by up to 30% and reduces cortisol levels by up to 23% and can be as effective as CBT in lowering depression risk. For mindful walking, the Journal of Health Psychology indicates that mindful walking is proven to reduce tension and sadness, increasing alpha brainwaves for better focus and increased sleep quality. For meditation, a study by JAMA Psychiatry shows that Mindfulness meditation is as effective as antidepressants for anxiety and increases thickness in brain regions associated with emotional control.